We're here in the orchard at Blessings Farm. Small orchard, but nevertheless provides a wonderful bounty. We're going to talk about leaf curl today. It's a challenge of anybody that grows stone fruit. Nectarines and peaches are particularly affected by it, but almonds and apricots can be as well, but I've never actually seen a case, even though they can be affected. First of all, the reason we spray with the copper oxychloride is to protect the tree, the spores. The spores are airborne, and what happens is when the buds actually start to crack open for the flower, that's when they're attacked by the fungus spores of the leaf curl. So what we want to do is spray our tree just before the buds actually crack open, when they start to swell, but before they actually burst. If you start to spray after they burst, you'll actually prevent the fruit from setting on those buds. So we're going to just have a quick look of how you do that. First of all, have a look at the weather, because that plays a really important part. You don't want it to be windy because you'll get spray everywhere, and also you don't want to have rain, say within 24 hours after spraying, so it will give a better coating protection. A small amount of time would probably be okay, the longer left the better. Okay, you can get your copper from most hardwares or just garden shops, and just work out the measurements. And then like for me, I just need a small amount because I'm just going to make up a small amount. Just pop it in. And I like to use this little spray bottle. I've only got 7 trees here, and it actually takes me about 45 minutes to spray them all, which is not terribly long. Make sure it's really, really well mixed. You don't want to have bits all in the bottom, and you know, and it does tend to settle, so keep giving your bottle a shake as you go. You can use larger pumps than this with a wand, which is actually quite good for getting up the trees. You can also use a real proper knapsack with a pump handle that goes on your back. They're fantastic, but probably not necessary for this just small amount of trees. Or if, of course, if you're a commercial guy, you can put a whole huge spray pump behind a tractor. You can do 7 trees in 5 seconds. Okay, it's a little bit more windy than I would like today. Early in the morning is the best time to catch no wind, but if I leave this tree any longer, it's going to be too late. I'm going to end up not getting fruit, so I'm going to go ahead and spray now. And as you can see, it's not very difficult to spray it all. I must admit, I do tend to put the sprayer on to get further up the tree when need be, but see this here? We're just getting little slight coatings of spray in here. That will protect the plant. That's probably really nice. If it starts to drip, then you know you've got enough on there. I like to work my way around the entire tree so all parts are covered, but of course you'll always miss one little bit, but that's okay. Leaf curl can affect the fruit, certainly really stress the plant, and in young plants it can actually kill branches. This has got a rather weird prune here compared to the other branches. That's because this first year this tree was in, and I didn't think leaf curl was going to be a real issue for me because I hadn't seen much around here, and this little tree nearly died. It actually lost a whole section of branch here and all the shoots died, so it's got this warpness because of it. So I'd particularly recommend that you spray young trees. Very important. Now, for a lot of you will say, well, that's fine, but my tree's already got leaf curl, so what do I do now? If it's a small tree and if it's just like a little backyard thing, you can actually pick them off, which will help the tree, because where they're all bubbled and damaged, those leaves don't actually photosynthesize, so the plant's not being fed or looked after by them, so they're better off the plant. Okay, so you can pick them all off. If it's too big a thing to pick them off, maybe give the tree a shake. Some will come off of their own effect. Also feed the tree, make sure it doesn't get stressed water-wise, just really look after it. Also rake up those damaged leaves and destroy them. Actually burn them. Don't put them in your compost because those spores will just be around still. So actually burn them or wrap them up and put them in the rubbish. So if you really have enjoyed this or found it interesting and you'd like to know more, please subscribe to my channel. Tune in again. Maybe you're just as interested as the rest of these guys.